Buhari as a person or as a leader was the greatest calamity that befell Nigeria since maybe modern history. It was the mistake that should not have been made. And what we are suffering in Nigeria is the ghost of the Buhari administration. A leader who ruled without empathy for the living and did never honor the life of the dead. Death is not a canonization of evil men to becoming saints, or it's not a baptism that washes away original sin. Everything we spend our time doing as we live is what will be discussed, and the legacy. And the way Nigerians will mourn is their own way to grieve, and everybody should stick with the truth. Because at the end of it all, we should know that when we are alive and we have the opportunity, then we should do what we want to be discussed. When
I don't know whether to mourn. Mourn who? Mourn for what? I saw Buhari's daughter crying in front of the hospital. These people think that they are special while we are animals. Buhari's wife is alleged to have said that her husband asked for forgiveness for the mistakes he made. So Buhari knows the word forgiveness. When Ogedegbe and Bartholomew Owo were retroactively sentenced to death for trafficking in drugs. I hate drug trafficking. The whole world pleaded with Buhari to commute their sentences. Buhari tied them to the stake and fired them, shot them. Buhari, forgiveness. Forgiveness for NYSC members that were killed because you talked about baboon and monkey blood, because of your greed, your vain ambition to win elections. People's children were killed. Forgive you, Buhari, when you said that Sharia is something you must pursue to its logical conclusion. And people's hands were cut off in some of the states for stealing goat. Meanwhile, your cronies, they say you are as clean as a whistle. One rubbish human being that talked rubbish throughout his houseboyship with you. Clean as a whistle. The man that in the Bible that returned the one talent they gave to him was clean as a whistle, but he was unproductive. Buhari, what did you contribute to the development of Nigeria from the military era till you spent 8 years, wasted 8 years of the life of our country, set us back 80 years, and went to die in London? Koni Dafwe should forgive you. The children that were shot dead during EndSARS, their parents should forgive you. The ones that were thrown into the river, the ones that disappeared without trace, their parents should forgive you, because you are so special. I was amazed to see northern youths dancing Buhari Yamutu. Really Yamutu. They were dancing for your own people to be celebrating, for your own people to be dancing. In the streets, some of them were dancing inside water. Water shows how bad and wicked you are. Buhari was a cancer in our country. They say we should not talk ill of the dead. The dead should behave well while they are alive, so that we won't talk ill of them. Shakespeare said that the evil that men do lives after them. And if the evil lives after them, the comments will live after them. Buhari had an opportunity, was governor of Gongola State, became military head of state, became president twice, and he didn't do anything. We must talk ill of wicked people who create evil in our country, so that those who are alive will know what will become of them. Now, Buhari died in London. All the mumu, useless human beings, they are flying down with our money. With our money. Nigerian embassy is there. Nigerian embassy is there. Can the embassy arrange for the evacuation of his body? Who wants to steal his body? Is he Umar Udiko? Can they arrange to bring him here? You will spend our money to go there for medical treatment. You will spend our money to die there. You will spend our money to carry you back. Una de grace. Una de grace. I'm ashamed to be here. See everything organized. This house I'm living in, they want to knock it down. This house is still a very new house in in Nigeria, in Victoria Island. They want to knock it down. That is an old house. Because the people are utilizing their money well. We cannot continue like this. Buhari, you didn't do well. You didn't do well. You brought all these bandits into this country. You didn't do well. You didn't do well. My name is Dr. Charles Apoki.
You heard about this coalition. Do you think that, did you feel like this is a step in the right direction?
Jay, I just want us to be honest and realistic, because Nigerians, we have been through too much of bad governance, and we have been here before. What is the reason why we believe that we need a coalition to, unseat an incumbent? It is because everyone knows that INEC is the weapon formed against Nigeria. In fact, the confidence and arrogance of that political class and dynasty is a corrupt and criminal electoral. Buhari as a person or as a leader was the greatest calamity that befell Nigeria since maybe modern history. It was the mistake that should not have been made. And what we are suffering in Nigeria is the ghost of the Buhari administration. A leader who ruled without empathy for the living and did never honor the life of the dead. Death is not a canonization of evil men to becoming saints, or it's not a baptism that washes away original sin. Everything we spend our time doing as we live is what will be discussed, and the legacy. And the way Nigerians will mourn is their own way to grieve, and everybody should stick with the truth. Because at the end of it all, we should know that when we are alive and we have the opportunity, then we should do what we want to be discussed when we die.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I thank God for my life today. My people, Buhari don't die. See life. See life. The Buhari criminal man that is sent DSS and military to come and kill me middle in the night in July 1st, 2021. He died today. See life. My people, we're supposed to learn about this. That criminal man, Buhari, Muhammadu Buhari, he don't die. See, I'm alive today. I thank God. God, thank you for my life today. Criminal Fulani man that is with some Yoruba, with some stupid Yoruba people that gang off and come to my house middle in the night. They try to take my life, but God said no. If God say yes, nobody can say no. God said no. See life. You don't die today. Thank God. God, I thank you.